Now joined by Texas Congressman Pete Sessions. Good morning, sir. Your reaction to...
Good morning to you. What a tour of force the president was last night.
Yeah, no, please continue. Just your overall thoughts, anything that really just stood out to you, sir?
Well, look, I think it's very apparent he looked like a father of our country, proud of not only the country's achievements, but proud of the things that he thinks that he has led us to. And when you tick through the places that we were literally just over a year ago, of fear in the country, of just spending that would not stop, of a border that was open, of criminals in our streets, of the taxpayer paying millions and millions and then billions of dollars for the damage that was caused by illegal immigration. The president stopped this. He has an agenda, one proud grandfather. But what he did with highlighting Americans who have distinguished themselves, yes, perhaps at the Olympics, but more to what Americanism stands for. And yes, America does stand for peace through superior firepower. But what the president also did is he talked about the success of where we're headed. I'm so proud to be an American, and my colleagues and I joined in USA numerous times because we felt the patriotism that was alive in the room.
Yeah, and when those gold medal boys, they walked in and everyone started screaming USA. I mean, again, the patriotism was absolutely palpable in that room last night. The President Trump's speech, it lasted nearly 2 hours. That actually broke a record for the longest State of the Union. And he really did take that time to call out Democrats for not prioritizing American citizens over illegals. Let's take a listen.
Agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, and right before that, he said to please stand up if you basically agree with what I'm about to say. And I loved the fact that he said, look at all these people, can't even stand for that. But were you surprised by the Democrats' response?
Well, let's just put it this way. He drew lines of division and gave them credit for the things which they did and caused in harm to America. But make no mistake about it, he did pin the tail on the donkey because the American people understood, and he did too, they do the same thing again. Mm-hmm. And this is what I think the highlight was for many Republicans to understand we're going to have to fight to make sure the American people know that we are not giving up on this country. We have a bright future ahead of us. But if we want to go back to where we were with fear and our border being open and America losing every time it went in a world stage, giving up, we're not doing that. We are America and we can achieve things. And Donald J. Trump is that head person. And he got us back behind him again. If there had been division, which is always easy to do, but he rallied us again together last night. And we are looking forward to shouting to this country the pride of authorship that the Republican Party and conservative policies bring that make life better for everybody.
Yeah. And talking about just trying to make life better for everybody, he also really took the time to speak on fraud. Running rampant in this country, declaring war on it. Let's take a listen to that.
The corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota, where members of the Somali community have pillaged an estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance. We'll get it done. And if we're able to find enough of that fraud, we will actually have a balanced budget overnight.
Yeah, fantastic. And I love that they swung the camera to Ilhan Omar, who was in, Minnesota. But, sir, you are on the House Committee for Financial Services. What did you make of this?
Well, I made of it that we are capitalists. We're proud of the progress we made. He talked about stable job, not only opportunity and growth, but the stability of now the dollar, the stability that just 1 full year ago, we were worried about world competition. As you know, the president went to work and brought in $6 trillion from around the world that would have gone to other markets, would have gone to other countries in competition against the American dollar. And President Trump has rallied that. The stock market, 50,000. Who would have ever thought when we were struggling to get to 16,000 just a few years ago? We are headed in a trajectory, as President Trump said, not only for the golden age, but for the good part of American citizens who have stability. If you're an American citizen, you live in the greatest country in the world.
Yeah.
You live in a country that has a bright future and one that wants you to succeed. And we know we've got issues and problems. I live in represent a rural district. We've got work to do on costs of farms and keeping Americans who provide us the best food security in the world. We've still got work to do. And that is where the president, I believe, is prepared not just to work with us, but we are going to move forth and address these issues. Goals for a generation with Donald Trump will be met. And that was the positive message that came forth.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just fantastically said, sir. Congressman Pete Sessions, great note to end on right there. Really appreciate your time this morning.
You bet, Alex.